Welcome back, everyone! This is Jeronitis, bringing you Feed the Beast 1710. Today we are starting on episode 43, and I am making myself a new pair of Goggles of Revealing. Mostly because the current pair that I'm using are going to be obsolete. Well, not obsolete, just not used anymore. Because it's time to get myself some new armor. And sleep through the night. You know what? I'm not going to sleep through the night, because I don't care. Nighttime doesn't bother me. I'm invincible! And I have magnum torches. Anyway, so I let things run for quite a while because, believe it or not, it actually took quite a bit to fill all these. I now have 20 main mana pools and then the two in front of the portal. And I have let them all fill up, which, by the way, took an immense amount of cake. Oh, cool. We're actually starting to build up again. Nope. Okay, just the one. Yeah, it's still building up, but just in the one. So yeah, definitely getting lots of mana here. But now that we have all this mana, we want to use all this mana. And there are many things that we can do. I've actually been thinking about it quite a while. There's several options. I could use all of this mana in a couple of different ways. By the way, ignore the slain by EIO Killer A. Ender IO Killer A is Killer Joe. And since I have updated the pack to version 1.1.1, I think, we now have a bunch of broken textures and stuff. If you look at these were the Void Stones, but now it is wrong because we are up to Chisel 2, as opposed to the original Chisel that we made all this with. At some point, I will have to replace all that. I ain't doing it right now, just letting you know. So, there are several things I considered doing. I considered getting the there's a couple flowers from Botania that use massive amounts of mana to give you specific things, but I decided that instead of doing that, I want to go ahead and get myself some new armor. All right, so to get the new armor, we're going to need 24 Terra Steel ingots. Okay, so 24, and that's going to take 12 mana pools of mana. Okay, because it's half a mana pool per Terra Steel ingots. So I went ahead and set this up. It's just your typical open crate along with the hopper, and we should be able to hopefully do a. Oh, wait a minute, that's not going to work at all. I have to do this one at a time because I can't just shift click. 1, 2, 3. Drops, drop, drop, and Terra Steel. Now, this could prove to be a problem because the Hopper Hawk downstairs may pick up the items before they have a chance to meld. Yeah, see, I'm not sure how this is going to work out. What I really need to do is... You know what? I'm just going to stand right here and see if I can make a good toss. And no, I can't. Okay. How about from here? And no yet again. See, this is why I wanted to use the crate. Unfortunately, because of the way this is, it's going to be very difficult to do it exactly right. I'm just going to have to go one at a time like this. And 2, 3, mana, Terra Steel. Cool. So I'm going to do this 20-something more times, and we'll be right back to actually start doing something with all the Terra Steel that I'm making. Alrighty, we are now going to be making our Terra Steel armor. Now, Terra Steel armor is pretty much the best armor as far as Botania goes. I don't think you get any better. And I made 25. Oh, I have one already because I was testing the thing, but I'm going to need more to do what I'm going to be doing. Anyway, but this is pretty much the best armor you can get, and this is why I wanted my Goggles of Revealing, so I can have a Terra Steel Goggles of Revealing, because we're going to be enchanting these, and I don't want to have to enchant them twice. So, when you look at this, now, Botania has had a massive update. Okay, it's actually been updated like 20 times between the last version and the current version that I'm doing. 20 might be actually less. I mean, it's been updated a lot. And by the way, you can see that my mana pools did take quite a beating from that. But plenty left. I could actually do it. I could probably make another half a stack if I wanted to. But you can see that a lot of things look different. The Elven Mana Spreader has gotten a new texture. It's very, very pretty, along with several of the other things. I don't remember all of them right off, so you'll just have to see them as we go along. But one of the things we want to do is to first off point out that we are no longer going to be wearing the Mana Steel, but we will keep these off to the side somewhere because, you know, you never know. And there's really nothing else to be done with them, right? But the other thing is that this is basically like iron armor. This is basically essentially the same as diamond armor. Okay, and now you have armor set bonuses that we didn't have before. The Mana Steel is 10% less mana cost on mana tools, and depending on which ones you have, mana affinity. Okay, and then with Terra Steel, you get 20% less mana cost on mana tools. All right, so that's a really cool thing to have. Not to have, but to have. I can talk, I promise. Okay, so first off, we want to actually do something with these, and instead of doing it like I did with these, I'm going to do something specific when it comes to these Terra Steel pieces, because I'm going to enchant them once, and I'm going to make sure that I do it right. So first off, we're going to need to make myself some enchanted books. Okay, and we're going to use the Ender IO Enchanter for this. Enchanter. Okay, now according to the recipe, they changed this. Originally it was a lot less, but to get a Protection 4 book, we are going to need an entire stack of dark iron, or dark steel. Okay, that being the case, I went ahead and made some in between episodes. So here we're going to steal a stack of steel. And we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a enchanted book of Protection 4. Except that it costs 20 levels, and I don't have 20 levels. Come here. There we go. Alright, so this is going to get us our Protection 4 book, no problem. Okay, so that's one. For the second part, I'm actually going to want to go ahead and get a couple of other enchants. Since I'm only going to be doing this once, I want to make sure I get the enchants right. So Protection 4 is good. But also, I don't need fire protection because my sigil of elemental affinity makes it so that I don't have to worry about any of that. I can't be hurt by fire whatsoever. Feather falling, I don't take fall damage either, so I don't need that. Blast protection, I might go ahead and get blast protection on one of these, just because it does specific to blasts. So let's go ahead and grab some gunpowder. And this will give me Blast Protection 4, but it needs another 36 levels. Now, this is actually going to cost us quite a bit of levels, and I actually don't have all that much left. So, let's see. After that, we want to go ahead. Projectile protection, I'm really not worried about. My general protection will take care of that. Respiration, I can't drown because of the elemental affinity as well. However, aqua affinity would be pretty cool to have. I want to put thorns on everything, but unfortunately, I cannot find a rose bush. It's like they don't exist, and I have no way of making roses. So I basically can't do anything in that regard. So I need to get a lily pad, which I believe I should actually have already. Yes, I do. Alright, and we're going to need one more written book, and they're not in machine parts. We need a book, a quill, and an ink sac. Ink sac's here, along with feather. So this is going to make it so that I can see underwater better. It basically makes it so that, you know, you don't have that cloudy look at things when you're looking at stuff underwater. So that should be good. Now, with the aqua affinity, my Blast Protection 4 and my Protection 4, that is pretty much all I need. I can't think of any other enchantments that I want to put on this. There are some from other mods that aren't capable of being made in the Enchanter, and you know, I could probably, you know, get some of those on a lucky break enchant, but I really don't want to have to worry about that for now. So the Blast Protection and Normal Protection and the Aqua Affinity should be all I need for now. And later on, if I need to, I can add extra stuff that I get onto these. So with these three books, that should be all I need to get started. So give me just a second. I'm going to put away some of this experience because I don't need it. And I'm going to show you how we're going to use these books to enchant our stuff. Give me just a second. Alrighty, now that we have all our stuff together, we can go ahead and proceed with what we were looking at. Oh, by the way, just a point of reference, this stuff here that's showing the armored skeleton, mighty wither skeleton, I earned the open Alexa Britannia and look through the index. Okay, so apparently the achievements are reset again. Undying wither skeleton, infested wither skeleton. My skeleton spawner in the nether is spawning things, and because of an update to um, Thaumcraft, couldn't think of the word. Because of an update to Thaumcraft, certain enemies can spawn with special powers, essentially being a lot stronger and a lot tougher, and they are named. Okay, so anytime a skeleton spawns in the Nether for my Wither skeleton trap, it has a chance of being a special one, and when a special monster or a named monster is killed, it says it in the chat. So just to let you know, that's why that is showing up. It's because of Thaumcraft. So anyway, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going ahead and doing some enchanting with mana. Okay, it's a very cool mechanic that Britannia adds, and it's under, I don't know what it's under. So we're going to go to the index, and we're just going to type enchanting. All right, and it will automatically bring it up for us. So enchanting with mana. We can use mana to basically enchant things, and we're going to have to build this construct in order to do so. So we're going to need a bunch of obsidian and make it in that pattern. So here, give me a stack of obsidian, and let's go over here where we're going to choose a place to make it. Why do I keep starting recording back when the sun's going down? All right, so let's see. This looks like a likely place. I want it to be right outside this area. It needs to be close enough to be able to have access to the Spark network. Well, it doesn't have to, but it's a lot easier if it is. So we'll do this as the edge. And let me grab my shovel out. Shovel, 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 shovel. All right, so this is going to be a 5 by 5. 5, 5. And of course I placed one wrong because why not? Alright, so now that we have that, we're going to need to add out to the side here, 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 and here. Alright, now we'll fill this in, and it should look just like it showed in the Lexica Britannia. Yes, good. So once we make this circle, then we're going to have to place some mana pylons, and they're going to be 6 mana pylons. Okay, so mana pylons, I don't remember how to make. Pylon. Oh, by the way, you might notice that there's cool little icons now in this. It's very cool. I like the way it looks. The mana pylon, okay. Gold, diamond, gonna need 6 of these. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna make these up and we'll be right back since we've made them before. Alright, here we go. We got 6 mana pylons, which is what we need. We're also going to need 10 mystical flowers of any variety. I think that I'm going to go with... Let's see. What goes good with... the colors really don't matter. I don't know why I'm bothering to care about colors, but we're going to go with 6 of these and 4 of these. Alright, and basically we have to lay these out in a specific place for all this stuff. Now, let's see. We're going to bring these down, we're going to bring these down, and we're going to bring these down. And we're going to bring this back down because the book. Alright, so you place 4 flowers inside the edges of the obsidian right here. Okay, and then from the edges of this, we're going to go out 3 out to each side and place a mana pylon. So off to the outside. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's going to get access down there a bit more restricted than I really... I should have done 1 off to the side. Oh well, that's fine. We're going to place a flower, and we're going to place a mana pylon on top of the flower. Alright, then we should be able to go out 1, 2, 3, and back 1, and place a flower here, and a pylon on top of this flower. I said on top of the flower. Alrighty. Let's see, that is right, isn't it? Out 3 and then down 3 and back 1. Yeah, so then down 3, back 1 there. And then we should be able to go out 1, 2, 3, over 1, 2, 3, and back 1, over 1, 2, 3, and back 1. And then we should be able to place this on top here, on top there, and on top there. All right, so that should get that part put together correctly. All right, then we're going to need a block of lapis, which I have quite a few of, actually. And this should be all we need to get this to be functional. Gems, dust, and dyes, 1 block of lapis, and yeehaw, baby. All right, so there we go. Now, we know we get it right if we right-click with the Wand of the Forest, and this changes into the Enchanter. Mana Enchanter, yay! That is like one of the prettier blocks I've seen, I gotta say. I love the way the little lights go around. That's really cool. All right, so you know you've made it right because this now functions. Now, if you take any single part of this out, it will cease to be. See? So anytime any of this is removed, you'll have to right-click it, and it will reform. Unfortunately, I would love to like build something out of these Mana Enchanter blocks, but there's just no way to have them. Someone build a cosmetic version of this. That is my request. All right, so here we go. Basically, the way this is going to work is we're going to take, let's do the chest plate first. No, put it on me. Put it down here. All right, so you take the piece you want to enchant, and you right-click it on the Mana Enchanter, okay? And that puts it floating up above it. All right, then you're going to take whatever books you want to add to it. In this case, we're going to do Protection 4, and you're going to drop it in the circle. Now, you place all the books that you want. In this case, just Protection 4 for me, thank you. I want to do Thorns, and... Oh, wait, no. No, I forgot. I forgot, because I'm a doofus. Oh, man, how could I forget that? Unbreaking. I want to put Unbreaking on this. Because brains and stuff. Oh, my gosh, I can't believe I forgot Unbreaking. Repair, Soulbound, Look at the Sea, Lure, Flame, Infinity, Power, Punch, Fortune. Unbreaking. Obsidian. Haha. Hey, I've got obsidian. I just need another book. I can't believe I almost did that. Making a note here. You cannot add enchants. Okay, once you've enchanted the piece in the Mana Enchanter, you cannot add any more to it. Okay, so make sure you get it right the first time, because you can't use the Mana Enchanting system again if you have already enchanted it. Alright, so do try to keep that in mind, because boy, I just about goofed. Just about. Almost. Not quite, though. Alright, so now that we have Unbreaking, I knew there was a reason. I was like, oh, there should be at least one other thing on here. Okay, so we right-click it on here, and we're going to drop the books that we want to add onto it inside of the obsidian circle, inside the edges of this, okay? Then we are going to right-click on the Mana Enchanter itself, okay? Now, we'll see... There we go. You see the cool particle effects, and you will see this start to glow. Okay, once it finishes glowing, then we can safely pick up the books. And it should be... oh, because I forgot the spark. Come here, books. Okay, that should be fine. Let me grab the spark. I forgot the spark. Because I are smart. Okay, anyway, the point is that this doesn't use up the books. You can reuse the books as many times as you want. Alright? Am I going to have to restart this whole thing? I'm going to have to restart this whole thing. There we go. Spark. So now it should go ahead and draw mana from over here, and there it goes. It's sucking up the mana, and it is done. Neat. And this should now have Protection 4 and Unbreaking on it. So now I've got that enchanted, and I still have the books. So now we can go ahead and let's see. We're going to do the legs. No, don't put them on. We're going to do the legs with the Blast Protection. So Blast Protection 4 and Unbreaking 3. Toss them on there. And then we right-click this. And we should see it start to work. It's also going to go ahead and suck the mana in that it needs straight off of these pools here. Now, depending on how many books you put in and how much stuff you use, it's going to use a different amount of mana. Oh, cool. It's got the little progression bar. Why did it stop? It stopped. Okay, I don't need to put the books there anymore because it's already working. Did I run out of mana? Ah, crud. I ran out of mana. Okay, let's see. Minus side this. Okay. We need more mana over here. So, oh, I know what I'll do. I'm going to go ahead and make myself a Spark Augment. Dispersive Dominant. Mana Steel, Pixie Dust, Fire Rune. Mana Steel, Pixie Dust. Do I not have any Fire Runes? Ah, Fire Runes. Sweet. Alright, so this goes here, here, and here. Awesome. Alright, so with the Dominant Spark Augment, if we put it on a spark, it will make that spark dominant, okay? In other words, it is going to make that mana pool a priority to be filled at all times. So when I click this on here, this mana pool is going to be told, this spark is going to say, hey, the mana pool that you're on needs to be full at all times. And it's going to suck from all other sparks in the network in order to fill it. So we should be able to see this go. Wow, that is the fastest I've ever seen a mana pool fill. Alright, and that should... Yep, it finished up, and ta-da! We now have Unbreaking 2, Blast Protection 4. Sweet! Alright, so we'll go ahead and do the shoes. And we're going to go ahead and do just normal Protection 4 and Unbreaking. Right-click. Mana is being sucked in over here, and you'll notice this pool is staying full because it's actually emptying other pools in the area instead. Well, it's emptying this pool over there, but the other pools are feeding this one as fast as that's happening. And in it goes. Awesome. Alrighty, and last but not least, we have the Terra Steel Helmet of Revealing. This one is going to get 3 books. Aqua Affinity, Unbreaking, and Protection. And the best part about this is that if something happens to this armor, I don't have to go making these books again. I can just store these books up and I can re-enchant. Or if I make a different type of armor and want to use that armor, I can use that just as well. And that will work too. Awesome. I wonder how much mana I'm going to have left when I'm done with all this. Not much is the correct answer. Wow, this is taking a lot. Pick up the books. And done. Awesome. I am now... And you know what I like about this? Not only is it great armor, it's green. I love it. This is the greatness. By the way, you might notice that I have 2 Terra Steel ingots in my inventory now, and that is because I am going to be doing an upgrade to my current Band of Aura. My Band of Aura will now become a wait. Ooh. Greater Band. They changed it so you only need 1? Nice. Hey, I'm not going to argue. Greater Band of Aura it is. So this is going to help me generate mana at a faster rate. And this, of course, you saw last time, will hold more mana than it did. It used to be that the Greater Band of Mana held 3 mana pools worth of mana. I think it only holds 2 mana pools worth of mana now. They actually did cut this back a little bit. But that is really cool. All right, so how much mana do I have left? Actually, surprisingly, I have quite a good bit left. That's awesome. And by keeping this as a dominant spark, it makes it so that this will always be fed. When I was using it before, these over here weren't being drained into it. And it should have been. I don't know why they weren't, but that's cool. All right, so now we have Terra Steel Armor. We've used an enchanting process that I've never used before and didn't even use up our books or any more experience. So that's cool. And we want to do a couple other little things before we call it an episode. Okay, other things we can do with Terra Steel. We have a Terra Blade, which actually is going to be really amazingly fun to use. 2 more Terra Steel for that. And we have the Terra Shatterer. The Terra Shatterer can be worth its weight, but not always. We're going to make one and show you guys. We're going to need 6 more Terra Steel ingots. Alright, so let's go ahead and make 5 more Terra Steel. Let's see. I only have 2 diamonds. Ew. I am running low on diamonds. Let me go grab a couple. Now, the Terra Shatterer, if I can upgrade it decently, which is... it's kind of a thing. I'll explain that in a minute. The Terra Shatterer can be really cool and really fun. However, there's a big minus to it. And the big minus is that it takes an ungodly large amount of stuff to get it to be worth having. All right, so let's see. 1, 1, 1. Switch this over here, please. See, that I think I just lost a bunch of mana. I think that this stupid Hopper Hawk, yep, look at that. I only got 3 done. I lost a bunch of mana because it started to do it and then it picked up the items. That's going to be a problem. Well, it's not going to be a problem right now anyway, so I guess for the moment. Yep, it just did it again. Huh. Well, no, that's not going to work either. What am I going to do about that? I got to figure out what I'm going to do. There's ways to limit the range of stuff that the Hopper Hawk picks up, but in this case, I'm not sure if it would work so well. I have to consider that possibility. Anyway, so we should have the stuff we need now to go ahead and make ourselves some really cool things. Unless, of course, I'm out of living wood again, which would be about right. I need a bunch of living wood. Oh, good. We still have some. Awesome. Oh, wait. I need that mana tablet as well. Excellent. All right. So for this part, we're going to make ourselves some living wood twigs. We're going to need 1 for the sword and 2 for the Terra Shatterer. And we should be able to make the sword rather easily. Very cool looking sword. Has a lot of cool things you can do with it. I'll show you what in just a minute. And then the Terra Shatterer itself is just like that. Now, if you look at the Terra Shatterer here, it says that it is D rank, okay? Depending on what rank it is, determines what it is capable of. Okay, the D rank is just a normal everyday pickaxe. It's of diamond level quality, so there's that. And the other thing is that it doesn't have any real special effects. If you right-click it, it will activate if it has a special effect. In this case, it doesn't have one. So let's go over here. Where's my dominant spark? All right, so let's make sure this is accepting mana from items, sparing mana to items. So if we drop this on top of this, it's going to start absorbing mana from this pool. And it's going to get picked up by the Hopper Hawk because, Okay, you know what? The Hopper Hawk's going to go here in just a second. All right, so it went from D rank to C rank in that short period of time. Come here, Hopper Hawk. I'll put you back in a minute. Okay, now it should have a special ability. As you can see, we can now right-click and it shows that little effect on the bottom of it, okay? So with this ability, when you use this, and you can use it on anything, it will do a short column. It's supposed to do a short column. There we go. It does a 3 column. Basically, it does the one that is on, one above, and one below. All right? And that is the C rank ability. All right? Now, that's just putting it on there for just a second. And, of course, it's recharged by my mana in my inventory. Okay? So now we can actually put this back on here. And by letting it absorb 1 entire mana pool's worth of mana, it will go ahead and upgrade to a B rank. A B rank will make it work in the same size and area as a hammer. Okay, your typical hammer. The Tinker's Construct hammers. Okay, it'll do a 3x3. Let's pick this up real quick. Nope, still C rank. It does have to absorb an entire mana pool's worth of mana to go from C to B. Now, to go from C to B, it requires 1 full mana pool. Okay, to go from B to A, it requires 10 full mana pools. And then to go from A to S, it requires 100 mana pools. Yes, 100 mana pools. Okay, and then to go from S to double S, it requires 1,000 mana pools. Yes, 1,000 mana pools. And that is where you wind up in trouble. Okay, 1,000 mana pools is a ludicrous amount of stuff to have. Okay, it has its place, but wow, what a pain. So now with it B rank, when we do this, it is going to go in the same size as a hammer. Now keep in mind that this doesn't care about what you're mining, okay? It's going to break dirt, gravel, whatever, anything that is in that 3x3 area. So it's not picky about it. It won't be as fast on dirt as it would be on stone. However, it will pick it up nonetheless. As you can see, this is going to work just like this. Okay, and we can enchant this. I won't have enough mana to enchant this, but keep in mind that it can be enchanted. All right, so we're going to be building this up over time. Now, do keep in mind that when you have this Terra Shatterer activated, when it has the effect underneath there, it is slowly but surely absorbing, well, it's not absorbing, it's using the mana that you have stored on it. So if you leave it activated and just walk around with it, eventually it will downgrade back to C rank. Okay, so be careful about that, and don't walk around with it active. All right. The other thing is the Terra Steel Blade, okay, or the Terra Blade. Hey, it's getting to be nighttime. Let's go make some use of this. The Terra Blade is essentially the same as a diamond sword, and that's really cool and all. But it has a special ability built into it, okay, and I'm going to go find something worthy of killing real quick, because we are out of time for the episode, and I want to just show this part because it's cool. Ah, look. Here we go. Hi, guys. Now, I can swing, and it doesn't do it every time, but it has a chance of making a projectile come flying out. It basically is a mana burst that does damage. The mana burst does the same amount of damage as if you were standing next to the enemy and just hit them with the sword. Alright, so you can actually stand back and just swing away, and it doesn't shoot it every time, but if you stand back far enough, long enough, you can pretty much knock the crap out of stuff. Now, there is something else to be noted here. This is one of the very few attacks that can be a ranged attack and hit an Enderman. You can actually hit an Enderman with this. They will not teleport out of the way. You cannot hit an Enderman with an arrow. They teleport out of the way every time. Awesome. All right, cool. So that's going to be it for the episode. I'm going to go ahead and find all my stuff. I'm going to generate some more mana, and I'm going to enchant both the Terra Shatterer and my Terra Blade. And we will come back next episode, and we're going to take on a couple of boss monsters. It's time to kill the Wither. I want to kill the Wither because I need his Nether Star to make something so that I can kill another boss. So, next time, it's boss fights. So until next time, this is Jeronitis signing off on episode 43 of my Let's Play series. Like me if you like me, subscribe if you want to see what we get into next, and as always, help spread the gaming!